Good morning to all of you. It's 7:52 here in the morning here in Albuquerque, and I wanted to make this video. I hope you're all doing well, first of all. And I mean that, I wanted to make this video because of a very cruel comment that a woman left me, that I woke up to just a little while ago. And it absolutely stunned and shocked me to read something so vile from a human being to a mother who is struggling and heartbroken. I can't even believe it, but she strikes me as one of those keyboard warriors who looks for some video to leave a cruel comment on. You know, those kind of people. All they want to do is write something cruel because they are cruel and evil. And this woman is cruel and evil to write what she wrote to me on my video, my last video about my son having cancer. What she wrote was vile, just absolutely vile. And I'm going to read it to you in case you haven't seen it, because it is on my last video. I'm going to read what her channel, I'm going to put the name of her channel in my description box so that if you ever see a comment from this person, you'll know this is who she is. This is a vile, evil human being. So when you see that cruel comment, if you remember her name, you'll know this is her. This is who she is. Here's what she wrote me. Tears seem to be turned on and off. She's forcing her emotions too much. Fraud. Her next comment, I hope this is true and she's not one of those attention-seeking Americans. She goes from one trauma to the next. Be interesting to see how this develops. My thoughts are it will be something different next week. I'd pay no attention to her. It's well rehearsed. Give her an Oscar and move on. Yeah, guys. That's what this vile piece of trash wrote me. Right there. There it is. That's what she wrote. And when I went to her channel to look at her channel, there's nothing, of course, because she's nothing. But her picture, if you look at her picture, yeah, I'm going to say it, guys. She looks like a complete and total bitch. Yes, I'm going to say it. She looks like a bitch. A mean, cruel bitch. Normally, I would completely ignore anybody who writes something mean because there are so many out there in this world who have nothing better to do than write cruel comments because they are evil people. But this time, her writing that to me, with what I'm going through with this situation, struck a chord, struck a nerve. Because this has been a hell like I've never known. And believe me, guys, I have not had an easy life. It's been a very hard and painful life. But nothing I've been through compares to this. Absolutely nothing. It's been only, what, a couple weeks that I discovered my son has cancer. The day that I made that video had only been a matter of days and I was falling apart. That day I literally felt like I was going to flip out because I didn't know what to do with my emotions. I didn't know what to do with what was going on inside of me. I really felt like I was just losing it that day. It was very, very painful. And I struggled to make that video where she says tears coming, on and off. I was doing everything in my power to control those tears so that I wasn't just bawling my eyes out through the whole thing. Because it was, as I stated in my video, it took a lot to be able to even talk about it because I had been trying to keep everything out of my mind. I had been trying to push it out of my mind because I didn't want to focus on it. But you can't do that. You got to deal with it and process it. Well, the day that I made that video, I'm telling you, it was as if my mind, I had no control over it. It was just rambling inside my head. It was like this roller coaster. Up and down, up and down. My moods every day have been up and down, up and down. Again, I had another restless night last night. I woke up for no reason, couldn't go back to sleep, got up, went to the bathroom, go back to bed, fell asleep, woke up at 5. I couldn't go back to sleep. I've been up since 5. And again, I am struggling. I'm just going, I don't even know, anybody who's been through this, you understand. You understand what it's like to be a parent of a sick child. And it tears you to pieces, and it leaves you wondering about the fairness in this world. And I'm sorry if I cry, but you know what? I have the right to cry because my heart is broken. And now my son is starting to have issues with, you know, nausea and other things that the chemo causes. He's starting to have, you know, other issues. I'm hoping, since he's so young and strong, that they won't get much worse. That's what I'm hoping with all my heart for. And to have this woman write such vile, evil things tells me that she has the heart and the soul of a devil. She's the devil himself. And I took a picture of it in case she decides to delete it, because I want the world out there to know who this @Rodney Herron 5662, who she is. She is trash. Right now, I'm in no mood to take any crap from anyone for any reason, because I barely have a handle on my own emotions. I barely have a handle on everything right now. It's been a couple weeks since I've learned of my son's cancer. And how she says next week she thinks it'll be something different. Well, you know what? I'm hoping it is something different. I'm hoping maybe by the end of next week I'm a little stronger over this. I hope I'm able to get a better grip on my emotions, because it's very painful. I made that video, and the next day my cousins Kathy and Vanjie came over and brought us all lunch, and we just sat and talked and visited, and it was wonderful. It was a great break, you know, kind of a great break from where my mind is constantly at, just to have them here, just to have their company, to have someone to eat with. You know, when, like I've said, when you live alone, you do a lot alone, and to have someone to share a meal with was wonderful. It was just wonderful to have my cousins here. And I'm still struggling because I know that my son is going through his own struggles right now. And I want to thank all of you who were so wonderful and so kind. Your comments, I never expected what you all left me, except for this @Rodney Herron 5662. All of you, every one of you, left me wonderful comments. You left me feeling that there is goodness in this world. There is goodness. There are people who are kind and caring towards someone that they don't even know other than through videos. You don't know how it touched my heart to read those comments, because since I made that video, when I'm having a bad time, I'll go back and I'll read. I read every one of your comments. I will go back and read some of them. I'll just go through and read one. It helps me tremendously, tremendously to read your loving and kind comments, to see your wonderful little emojis of hearts and prayer hands and all kinds of different wonderful little emojis. It helps my heart and soul to get through this. I'm tired. I'm worn out. And to wake up from a restless night to read that was not what I ever expected. Although I should have known better, or I should realize that it doesn't matter what somebody puts up for a video. There are always cruel and sick, trashy people like at Rodney Herron 5662 who will get on there to write something cruel because they have a heart of stone. And it makes me wonder where she's from, that she says she hopes I'm not one of those Americans seeking attention. Makes me wonder where she's from to have such a vile, evil personality. I can't fathom writing that to somebody. I've been on videos where parents or people or someone is suffering from something, whether it be an illness or depression or whatever, suicidal. I've even had people in the past from a video I made tell me that my comments to them helped them prevent suicide. And to see somebody write something that cruel to a mother who is in horrific pain, who is in horrific suffering right now, it still blows my mind that there are so many cruel people in this world. This woman, when I looked at her picture, you know, when you look at somebody and you get that feeling, the moment I saw her picture, it was like, oh, you know, that kind of sick feeling in your stomach. You could just sense her evilness just looking at her smirk and her just, it just blew my mind. So I wanted to make this video because I want as many of you as you can to remember this person, and when you see her on another video making a cruel comment to someone, you'll know that she's beyond evil. She's the devil. She's the devil. Only the devil can be as cruel as she is. Again, as I've said, I'm having up and down. Yesterday, I was out there at 8:15 in the morning because I couldn't sleep. I was too restless. I had been up and down through the night. And I was out there at 8:15 pulling weeds. Yeah, guys, I put my music on and there I was at 8:15 in the morning pulling those weeds and just trying to give myself a sense of escape, you know. I'd look back at what I did and I felt good. Then I raked up some leaves from the backyard. Then I went to the front yard and pulled weeds and picked up trash that, you know, wind blows in trash and stuff. I'm cleaning all that up. I was just, yesterday I was constantly trying to keep myself busy, to keep my mind occupied. And it's still an ongoing painful journey. I'm hoping as time goes by, I'll be able to handle this better. I'll be able to, I know the thoughts will still come. You know, the thoughts of fear and worry will still come. It's only natural if you're a normal human being, not trash like this woman. They're going to come and go. But I'm hoping I'm better able to push that out of my mind and go to a more uplifting frame of mind about it all, because he looks really good. He's doing well. He's Um, he's handling this really, really well. I'm very, very proud of him for the strength he is showing and the positive. I don't know why I hate that word, but I'll use it. It's part of life. But the positive attitude he has, I'm very proud of him. I know if it were me, guys, I'd probably be, I don't know, losing it, you know. But he's doing really. I'm just so proud of him. He's handling it so well. He's learning what he can and can't eat now because of the nausea that's setting in. And I tell him, please eat, make sure you eat, make sure you get all the rest you can, and with a little exercise, he's doing a little walking on a treadmill to keep his body going, not just, lay in bed all day. He's doing the best he can, and I'm very proud of his attitude and how he's handling this. I truly am. I wish I could be a little bit stronger, and I'm doing the best I can. But then to wake up and read a comment like that, the anger set in. The anger set in. I'll tell you, if that woman had been in front of me, I'd have punched her out. I would have punched her out. And I mean that literally. I would have. Because right now, my nerves are on fire. They're like on their last thread of just trying to cope with everything that life is doing right now. And when I turned to all of you, the day that I made that video, when I turned to all of you, I did that because I know that the YouTube community can be extremely comforting and healing and make you not feel so alone in something you may be going through. And you came through. All of you but at Rodney Herron 5226 came through. You all, my gosh, your comments were so wonderful and so encouraging and so kind and so loving and caring, and you have no idea what that did for me that day. I was truly struggling that day, guys. What this does to you as a parent, it just turns your world upside down. Like even now, I am struggling. Just making a video right now, having to talk about this vile person is not easy, but I wanted to do it because I think vile people should be outed. They should be outed to however many people can, to find out what a vile person she is, or that they are, because there are so many of them. And this morning, as I sat out back with my dogs in the sunshine, I don't even know how to explain it. I sat there and looked at everything around me, the mountains, the trees, the everything, and I can't find any beauty in it right now. I just can't. It's just like I'm existing. I'm hoping it gets better. This is something that messes you up. That's the only way I can put it. And for that horrible person to say that that my video was rehearsed, I was so scatterbrained when I made that video. It was a struggle to keep my thoughts in order just to be able to make that video. I was totally scatterbrained. I was struggling to think of the words to put together. There was in no way, shape, or form a rehearsed video. And how someone can write that about someone who is expressing their pain and emotions to the YouTube community. I just hope karma gets her, and I hope it gets her fast, because you know what? There's too many evil people in this world. There's too many unkind, unloving, and uncaring humans in this world, as we all know. We all know how many there are out there. I can't tell you the number of videos I've gone through. Someone can put up a video of a precious little baby, and someone will write a horrific comment about how the baby looks, how it acts, whatever. There's so much cruelty in this world. There is so much cruelty in this world. It astounds me. And you look at the state of the world and the cruelty that people show, and it's no wonder we are where we are, because there are people like this at Rodney Herron 5662. There are people like her who make this world a not so great place. And then they live their lives being you have to be a miserable human being. You have to be a miserable human being to be able to write something that cruel to a mother who is torn to bits inside, who has just learned that her child has cancer. You have to be the most vile human being to write something like that. And that's, in my mind, someone like that is a miserable human being. I wouldn't want to be them. You can bet that this woman is evil and vile, but also miserable as a human being, because you can't have that kind of a mind and be at peace in your life. You can't. Because personally, when I come upon a video of somebody suffering for whatever reason, all I want to do is write them a comment that be strong, get through it, you're going to be okay, or, you know, something encouraging. Because there are so many people in this world suffering for one reason or another. Illness, deaths, depression, anxiety, fears. There's just a million things that people are suffering from, because it's a very difficult life. Life is difficult. And so waking up to this was something I never expected. And I shouldn't be shocked, because there are so many like her. There are so many. But I had to get on right away and tell you, if you see that name, I will put it in the box below. Just know that this person is evil, beyond evil in my eyes. But I do want to, again, thank all of you. I read every one of your comments, like I said. You were wonderful, you were encouraging, you were kind, you were loving. People telling me they're sending me virtual hugs, telling me they're sending all their prayers and wishes and healing and what have you. All the things I read were just wonderful. And I can't thank you enough from the bottom of my heart and soul. Because this is the trial in life that I never dreamed I'd go through, or I'd see one of my children go through. And so all of you, in your kindness, I ask that this universe, God, whatever you believe in, that they grant you some kind of wonderful reward for your kindness. I do. I ask that you be given some kind of a reward for your kindness, because a lot of you don't realize how many people you help throughout their life because of YouTube, and because they may read a comment that may get them at just the right moment when they felt like their life was going to just fall apart. And then they read one of your wonderful, kind comments, and it helps bring them back. It helps bring them to a place where maybe they can handle what they're going through better. I'm struggling. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, actually. By the end of the day, I'm just drained from the roller coaster. I'm up, then I'm down. I'm up, then I'm down. And it drains you a lot. Sorry, my voice is, I'm just tired. So I'm hoping that those of you that are kind and wonderful to those of us like me and others out there who are suffering because of what's happening in life, I really hope and pray with all my heart that you're rewarded with goodness and kindness in some way that maybe you don't even expect. Because you helped me get through a very difficult day. As I stated, it had only been a few days, a matter of days that I had found out. And I needed your strength, your encouragement, and the community of the wonderful YouTubers out there. And you came through. And I love all of you for it. Believe me, I love all of you for it. I have read some of those comments over and over. I just go through and randomly read one. And it gives me a little strength to get through that day. So that will be something I go back to just for strength. So anyway, guys, I just needed to make this because what that woman said was very cruel. Extremely cruel. I don't know what she expected of someone who's going through what I'm going through. I don't know what kind of evil mind she has or what she expects or how she expects them to act. People going through this, you're just everywhere. Your emotions, your thoughts, your tears, your like I said, up and down. I don't know what she expected. But I do know that karma will get her. Because that was vile. That was vile. But to the rest of you, I love you. And I thank you. And I ask that you please still send your prayers, wishes, thoughts, whatever you believe in, to my son to help him come out of this just fine. I ask that from the bottom of my heart because he's a wonderful human being. So you guys take care. And I will talk to you. And you know what? Rodney Herron at Rodney Herron 5662. I hope that next week it is a different story. And I hope next week I am handling this better. Because right now it's living hell. And may you get what you deserve. And I'm sorry, everybody, but I'm angry right now that anyone could be that cruel to me at a time that I am going through hell because of what my son is going through. I'm angry. And I just had to express my emotions again today because that really made me realize how much cruelty there is in this world, even more than I already knew. So the rest of you, take care. I love you. And as I said, I hope something wonderful happens for you, for all your kindness and your goodness that you've shown me during this time. Take care, and I will talk to you in my next video. But from here on out, if somebody leaves me a cruel comment, I will just simply delete and block that person. But that one I'm leaving out because I want everyone to see what a vile and horrible human being she is. Take care, guys, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.